again from Welcome to Kelowna, and this is my weekly sports rant. This week I'm going to talk about one of my #1 pet peeves when I'm watching hockey. The commentators. The commentators for NHL hockey are the worst. I could talk for like hours about all the things that I get frustrated about when I'm watching them on TV. Now I know none of you really wants to take an hour to watch that, but literally there's so many things I could rant for forever. Well, I don't know. There's a log on the fire and it's warm in here. You go ahead, Sonny. You tell us your story. Thank you. The number of commentators that I actually like, I could definitely count on one hand. Actually, I could probably count on one nose. Let's see. One. Where do they get these guys from? Basically, you've got a bunch of washed up NHL players, guys who really didn't succeed that much in the NHL. It could be that they've had lots of time to watch the game because they're always sitting on the bench. They're not burdened with playing, so they have lots of time to watch the game. They don't have to get on the ice in order to play the game and not have a chance to watch. That's probably why so many of the commentators right now are backup goalies. It's crazy how many backup goalies end up being commentators. You've got Healy, Garrett, Weeks, Pang, Rowe. There's so many that I can't even think of all of them. Rudy, Hayward, Socrates, Michelangelo, Luongo. Send us your crappy, your huddled masses, your poor talents, your goons and fighters, and we will make them into men that you have to listen to anytime you want to watch a hockey game. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. I mean, look at this group of guys. Not exactly an all-star list, is it? PJ Stock, Mike Milbury, Glenn Healy, I mean, John Garrett. These guys are not what you would call star material. And to top it all off, you've got Pierre Maguire, who basically was a failed NHL coach who couldn't really get it together and struggled as the GM or assistant GM of the Hartford Whalers. Yeah, that's right, the Hartford Whalers. And one of the things that Pierre Maguire is really bad at is another one of my pet peeves when it comes to commentators, is when commentators develop a love affair with a certain player for a game or for a series of games. For example, right now with Justin Schultz. He's sort of the hot young rookie that the Oilers have, or one of their many, and some games it's ridiculous. All they do is talk about Justin Schultz. They don't talk about what's going on the ice. Everything is about Justin Schultz. I love you, Justin Schultz. You're so wonderful. Oh, Justin, are you available for dinner after the game? It's like, when he's on the ice, that's all they talk about. And then when he's not on the ice, it's like, I wonder what Justin's thinking right now. Maybe we could find out what his perspective is on that goal that just happened. Everything is about him, and it drives me crazy. Just talk about the game, for Pete's sake. When Pierre Maguire was doing the World Junior Championships, it even got a little bit creepy. You got a bunch of like 16, 17, 18-year-olds, and he knows a little bit too much about these guys. It's almost like he was stalking them or something. You can ask Dion Phaneuf. I bet he has a whole other meaning for what a double Dion is now. He's probably had to get a restraining order. The other thing that drives me crazy is when commentators are homers. They are so keyed up on the home team that they totally lose track of reality. Every single penalty that's called against their team is a horrible call. What are they doing? He only bashed his head into the boards from behind and then hit him over the head with the stick. That can't be called roughing. And of course the penalties that are called on the other team are perfect calls. And every goal that goes by, maybe they should review that goal. I know he shot it on the empty net after we pulled our goalie, but I could swear there was a kicking motion there somewhere. Homer broadcasters should not be allowed to talk. They should not be allowed to even go near the arena. I would die a happy man if I never heard another commentator talk about what a bad penalty that was. Aren't you supposed to be mostly objective? Like, I understand everyone has some opinion, but I think you're just supposed to be fairly objective about the game. And if you're going to say some things about the reffing, why don't you say it about all the calls that are bad, not just the calls against your team. Get your head out of your butt. The other thing that's crazy is when the commentators have a conversation while the play is going on, and they totally forget about it. This reminds me of when I was in junior hockey, playing for Chicoutimi. Every morning, we would love to have the pancakes. Go on. Pancakes were great, but there wasn't always plastic knives to go with them. I love pancakes too, but it's important to have maple syrup. Ha. You said it. Maple syrup is so important when you're eating pancakes. Oh, looks like some things happened on the ice. Oh, they scored 3 goals while we were talking about that. Yes, we'll find out who scored here in just a moment. Sorry, folks. Ridiculous. Those people should not be allowed to commentate. If you're like an elderly man who's like getting up in years and you don't have any friends, so you're sort of lonely and sitting at home all the time, I feel bad for you. But don't become a commentator. You're not there to engage the audience in the stories of what it was like to play hockey in the 60s. We don't want to know. Save that for your own show or become a blogger or something. But don't do it through your commentary, please. The other thing that drives me up the wall is all the errors that are made. He fans on the shot towards the net, and then it went to the other player and he kicked it in. So we'll have to see if that's really a goal because he obviously kicked it in. And I'm like, no, he didn't fan on it. He deliberately passed it. That's why it went to the other player. And he didn't kick it. It went off his skate. And then it went through 3 other players before it went in the net. So obviously it wasn't like he was kicking it into the goal. Come on, people! Are you crazy? It's like, hello, get some eyeglasses. Can you see what's going on the ice? It's not rocket science. In fact, it's just commentating. It's just telling people what's going on the ice. Stay focused, study, do it right, don't get caught up in your ego, and you'll probably do just fine. At least, that's the way I see it. I'm Ben from Welcome to Kelowna.